If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Yes! 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 You tell me what I do this, woman! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Why so serious?
Yes!
Is kangaroo court,
Yes!
sir. You know
Yes!
what? No, we're not in
Yes!
Australia.
Yes!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and frog. That's what kind of man I am. I'm a man! I'm 40!
Hello, and welcome back to the Ghosties, Part 2, the Low Scale Gaming Annual Podcast Awards Show. I butchered that sentence. But before we get started on that, let's do a little bit of a recap with ourselves. Conan, how you doing today?
I'm okay. It's Saturday morning, got up, had some donuts for breakfast. A little place down the road has an amazing apple fritter, which I feel like an old man saying that, but they're...
You know it's Sunday, right?
What did I say?
You said Saturday.
Okay, sorry. So yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure you don't sleep in tomorrow in this work.
Yeah. I've got to go to the office, I think, today again, just so I can get caught up since I'm going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
But had the apple fritter and some kolaches this morning for breakfast. That was good stuff.
What's
Is
a
that the place
kolache?
What they have at the place here is pretty much like a pig in a blanket. Like, it's not a legitimate kolache, that's just what they call it. But it's pretty much a pig in a blanket with like I get the jalapeno one, so it's got just like a spicy hot dog in it, pretty much.
Is that the place that we went to when I went and visited?
Probably. It's just the donut place down the road.
Yeah, dude, those kolaches were good.
Yeah, I mean, they're...
I was down for like a jalapeno cheddar pig in a blanket, you know?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good.
But then their apple fritters were really good today. They had just come out of the oven in the back, so they were hot and they were gooey. And it is good stuff.
I had biscuits and smokies for breakfast with some eggs and some potatoes. It was pretty good.
All right.
Mage, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
That's about it. I got no update.
Well, so you know when a while back when I thought I was like I had COVID, but it just was the flu. My this is a shout out to my guild in World of Warcraft. My new guild. I've probably been in it for about a month now, I think. Anyways, they sent me this care package thing that had this little Wompy plush doll thing, or like stuffed animal, and then a bunch of like peanut butter and chocolate candies.
So, like, sent you an IRL gift basket?
Yeah.
All right. Look at
A care package, as they put it, and they sent me a nice little letter. I'll read it for y'all here.
Live on the air.
Finn, this is a little late, but when we heard you were sick, we wanted to send you along a little care package. Hope sincerely you feel better soon and that you and your brother have a wonderful holiday. Best wishes, your friendly neighborhood burlesque wizards. That's the guild name.
That's fun.
That is the like the most amazing name in the world, by the way.
Yeah, I like the
It's
name.
pretty cool.
Like, the people in it are really good, too. Like, it's been really good.
That's cool though, like, good on them.
Yeah,
Like especially
they're good people.
sending a real in person thing and not just like something in game.
Yeah, and uh, I think like I don't know, but it was really nice. When I opened the box, all I saw was like the eyes of the stuffed animal, and it scared the crap out of me. So I just immediately shut it closed.
Not
And
today, Satan.
I was like, what the hell is this? But then I like little kid peeked it open and looked at it, and I was like, oh, okay.
This is not
And then I
something
was
to
like,
be scared of.
yeah, this. And then I tried figuring out who it came from because I didn't see the letter because it's like a little. It's not like a whole like a. I guess like you think like a winter. I don't know what to say. It's like a little like half the size of an actual like user card thing. You know when you send a get well card to people, it's like the like the birthday card thing kind of like. It's just half the size of that. So I didn't see it at the bottom, and then it was there.
Okay.
But
I had a
it
hard
was
time following that, but
yeah, I know. Anyways, but yeah, they're good people. I haven't told them about the podcast yet, but I probably will after this. And
they've earned entry.
yeah.
Earned entry to the podcast.
Also,
But
so
yeah,
kind of
it's been
speaking of
pretty good.
that, can I do a little shout out real quick?
Cool, go ahead.
Okay. To Finn students that come across this,
Oh God,
a special welcome.
God, I hope none of them have found. They scared the hell out. I was like, so it was when did I text that to you? It was like either Wednesday. It was Wednesday or Thursday, I think.
Something like that.
And one of my kids we were sitting in the computer lab because it was just like it was the days after semester. It was Thursday. It was the day after the semester test, and they were just sitting there. They were just like, it was like, Mr. Finney, is your middle name blah blah blah? And I looked at him, and I was like, how did you find that out? And he was like, I think I found your Twitch channel, and I was just like, what? My middle name wouldn't be on there. So I was almost about to start deleting past VODs on my Twitch channel, and then they was like, no, I'm just kidding. I just googled your name and found it.
I was about to say, I know how much you hate your middle name. There's no way you would put that on public forum.
I even told him that I was like, I hate my middle name so much that I didn't even put it on my college degree. Anyways, I hate my middle name. It's not even on my college degree. It's just Mr. Finney on my college degree. But if they do find it, this is what I do to relax with my two friends here. It's
because us doing this gaming. Is totally relaxing.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes Mage wants to comes on here and fight with me and just wakes up and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna come and piss off Finney today. And let's.
And sometimes Finney just likes to make the world his enemy.
Mage is my enemy. Mage is like my arch enemy. Like
he is the Goku to your Vegeta.
What? No.
Hell yeah.
He's like my
I'm the good guy.
He's like, I don't know. He's just me and Mage just fight too much. Like I don't know. Mage just knows how to piss me off. Like it's as simple as that. Is that he just knows how to do it, and I just want to sometimes put him in a blender because of it, But you don't, because then that's murder.
And murder's bad.
Murder's bad. If you get anything from this, kids, it's murder's bad.
Now you know.
The more you know. Anyways,
insert the little rainbow effect here, whatever it is.
That's from God. I'm taking off keys from my keyboard, and holy crap! If my keyboard just does not look just absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you eat at your computer?
Yeah. My keyboard.
There it is.
What?
That's why it's
gross. Like the crumbs and stuff and everything.
Oh wait, what'd you say? Do I eat at my computer? like
Yeah.
snacks, but I don't like eat dinner at it.
I mean, either
I
way.
guess. Well, it's more like it's dog hair. If
Yeah,
anything.
that's a lot of mine is dog and cat hair. They get caught. I have a
Oh
can of
my
air.
god!
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do now.
I swept my living room today, and like the amount of dog hair I swept up was just ridiculous. It was awful. I
Faux
was like,
show.
"What? Jesus, dogs! What do you do?"
Yeah. It's like, dogs, can you please stop being so hairy? Please.
Shed somewhere
Make
else.
my life a lot easier.
It's wintertime. You shouldn't be shedding at all.
Oh man, Leia sheds like it ain't nobody's business. It's
So that's a good
awful.
segue. Finn, you want to do
Oh,
your
yeah.
win?
Yeah, I got one of the week. I got a new pup.
Yeah, do pupper dog.
Her name is Leia. She's a good girl.
Is she a specific breed?
She's a
It's like a border
what
collie.
yeah, she's a border collie. That's all I know. So she's a border collie.
Fair enough.
That's cool though. Like, where'd you get her from?
The same place I got Vader.
Off the streets.
Basically. She was nasty whenever we got her, but she's sweet as she could be, so she just wanted a good home. She wanted people to take care of her, you know what I mean? So that's what we did. We got her and we gave her a bath. I don't know what it is. It just seems like every dog hates taking baths. Cause man, like you would have thought that I like was like trying to like give her a bath in acid or something, man. She was not having it.
Yeah.
My dog Bobo, he has hip dysplasia, and so whenever I give him a bath, he can't stand in the bathtub.
Oh.
so he's like trying to get up, and he just keeps slipping, and just it ends up just sitting there resigning to his fate. And he hates everything.
Oh,
That poor dog.
that's sad. Oh, poor thing.
Like he tries to get out. He tries, and he just can't. And it's
I've accepted the master.
Well, it's happened so many times now that it's like I've gone from pitying him to finding it humorous.
Yeah.
It's like, thank God, it makes this so much easier.
All right. Well, Codan, what's your win of the week?
So I kind of got a promotion at work.
All right. Tell me about your promotion.
I was reading the wrong deal. I put the timestamp on wins. We're out of order. We did wins first.
No, we didn't. We did fails first.
No, we did win. You did Leia, your dog.
Oh, we 100% did fails first. I thought. No, you're right. You're right. We did do.
All right. Well, we'll just stay out. We'll stay out of
Whatever.
order.
Finn's morning brain, man.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll do wins first. So yeah, I kind of got a promotion at work. I am moving over to a different unit that works cases that are more serious, that deal with like death and near deaths, like all that sort of stuff. It is not any sort of like financial difference.
It's just move offices, pretty much.
It's moving offices, different supervisor, different group that I'm working with. But
you're in the special victims unit.
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much the SVU of child welfare.
Law and Order SVU. Jesus, that show is still on. It's crazy.
We're probably about to get copyright.
It doesn't count if you sing it.
Yeah, it's a cover, so it doesn't count.
So, I'm excited for that.
I've never really watched that show. I just know how to do the intro.
But I'll start that whenever I get back from my medical stuff going on.
Oh yeah, when are you going to that to get your?
So I can't remember if we talked about that on here. I might save it for my fail.
Okay. I don't think we did talk about it on here.
I don't remember
'Cause I
talking
was
about it on here.
I don't think we, because you said you didn't want to talk about it on here. I think so, because I
Okay,
was about to make a joke about it, but I stopped myself from doing it.
proud of you. Yeah, we'll talk about. I'll bring it up here in a second. So.
Okay.
Spoiler alert: Conan's old.
I want to jump back to the Ghosties real quick because our last episode of the Ghosties, because I think we have to redact a part of it.
Mage gets no win this week.
Oh, Mage, what's your win of the week?
I mean, I kind of just have a. I mean, I cleaned the house and I felt fulfilled.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't know.
All right, that's pretty simple.
It's good to be fulfilled. All right. So I want to go back and redact two previous ghosties that we handed out last week. With more news of Cyberpunk just being a 100% flop on last gen consoles, and there not being the refunds going out and being taken off the gaming store for both Xbox and PS4. I think it
got pulled from Xbox.
Yes, it got pulled from Xbox as well.
When
I saw the PS Network.
It got put the day after the PS4 one did. So PS4 got pulled on Wednesday, so that one happened on Thursday.
Well, at least they're taking care of it.
So it's safe to say that this is the blunder of the year. This is Anthem levels of badness that we are reaching.
I wouldn't say that. Anthem
never got pulled off the store.
It never got pulled off the store, and it never got its problems fixed either.
Yeah.
And CD Projekt Red is refunding for one thing. They're refunding, which is a good deal, and they're pulling it off the store to fix it.
They didn't pull it off the store to fix it. Sony pulled it off the store. It's not anything. So they didn't have a decision to pull it. They pulled it because it was a buggy mess, and then they had to refund money from it. Sony started losing money off of it, so that's why they had to refund, or that's why they took it off of there. It has nothing to do with being a quote unquote good company and pulling it off to fix it. They're pulling it off of there because Sony made them pull it off there. Xbox made them pull it off of there. There's also a class action lawsuit being built over this.
Really?
If you didn't see that too, yes.
That seems a little ridiculous.
And Warsaw, I was just looking over this before I got on here. There's a class action lawsuit saying that they were using the money for whatever, I forgot what fancy words they were using, but basically that they were just lying about the funding that they were getting, and that they lied about the game they were doing. Now, yes, I think that's a bit extreme. I don't think that'll go anywhere. But I mean, you hear the term class action lawsuit, that's
it's not really a good thing.
Yeah, it's not really something you want to hear, That's why I think we should redact our blunder of the year being the console launches, and now being Cyberpunk 77 on PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah,
the game. Listen, before you start, yes, the game runs. I played the game.
I don't think you understood what I was about to say.
I had a little bit of. I didn't have. Shut up, Mage. I didn't have very many issues with it, other than I just didn't enjoy it. Okay, it's not for me. That's not why I'm giving it the blunder of the year. I'm giving it the blunder of the year because it's unplayable on PS4 and Xbox One. Well, yeah, if you're one of the 5 people that have PS5 and Xbox One, cool. You get to play this game. Okay? Or if you have a high-end PC, you get to play this game. Okay? But if you're the majority of these people that has a PS4 and Xbox One, and you've been waiting to play this game for years or whatever, I forgot whenever it first even was announced.
Like 2012.
So you've been
it's like 8 years.
You've been waiting 8 years to play this game. It's a feels bad moment for you, and I genuinely feel bad for the people that were excited for this game.
Except us.
No, because y'all ripped me to shreds about the Last of Us 2, so I don't feel any sympathy for y'all.
I said I liked The Last of Us 2. I just said that I thought...
No, Conan ripped me to shreds because of, I kept having to wait over it.
Dude, you've literally razzed us every single time Cyberpunk's been delayed.
Yes.
I can't...
Because of how y'all razzed me about Last of Us 2!
We only razzed you because you razzed us.
No, I didn't know anything
you get
about
what you
I
sow.
didn't know anything about Cyberpunk until 6
These
months
are the
ago.
seeds you sow, Finn. These are the seeds you sow.
I didn't know anything about Cyberpunk until 6-7 months ago, dude.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like
Okay,
CG
sure.
Projekt. I didn't like The Witcher 3, so I didn't care about whatever game they were coming out with.
Yeah, I love The Witcher 3. It was so good. Anyway, but before Finn interrupted me, I was going to say that I agree that I think the pre-gen consoles for Cyberpunk, that launch was definitely a blunder. I saw the PS4 stuff and people had crashes every 30 minutes. And I stopped myself from buying the game on Xbox One at launch because I really wanted the game. Because I saw the difference between graphics and next gen consoles, and I was gonna wait till I got a next gen console before I got it. I agree. It wasn't optimized for current gen consoles, and that's especially since the current gen, because everyone expected it to be on current gen consoles. They should have optimized it for that, and then went for the other two. Now, I guess giving CD Projekt Red the benefit of the doubt that they thought the next gen consoles, their launch would be better than it was, but that was also a blunder, and a lot of people didn't get the next gen consoles because of it. Not to mention COVID-19 on top of that. So they probably banked on not having to worry about previous gen consoles, but that's not good business plan.
But it's from what I can tell, they're not even running well on the PS5s and Xbox Series X's that are out.
See, I didn't know that.
I've heard consoles in general. It's a bad port of a PC game, which is the opposite of what games normally are, because we normally get console games that are just ported to PC poorly. But this is the opposite.
I've heard specifically PS4 Pro was having all the issues. Now I heard the Xbox One X was doing okay, but the graphics weren't very good, and it had crashes every once in a while. But the PS4 Pro was what was having all the issues.
Okay, as that's kind of just what I've seen and heard, but it's.
I've seen the PS5 stuff. The PS5 stuff looks really good, actually.
I don't know. I was just watching another video before we got on here that one of these people that I watch, they said that the update, I guess they put an update out and was just
they had a day one,
and it made it worse. They made the glitches and stuff were worse and stuff with it.
Just a patch update.
Yeah. So I like I said, I don't know. I don't ever want a game to come out and be bad like that. But man, there's really no excuse for it.
I don't know if it's I don't think it's Fallout 76 levels of bad or even Anthem bad, because I don't think the game's dead. I mean, it runs really well on PC, at the very least. And people are definitely playing it and enjoying it. I've seen plenty of reviews that really liked the game.
See, that's the crazy part for me is like I have friends on Facebook who have it and have been playing it and who love it, and they're like, yeah, it's a buggy mess, but it also is a huge open world game that definitely needs some polish, but are still enjoying it. And then you have people who are just like up in arms, just absolutely just furious at this thing, and it's
like
well, it's unplayable. Like,
yeah, don't get me wrong. I think it's okay to be mad about the previous gen consoles, especially with all the stuff that I've seen about it, like just like crashing every 30 minutes, having glitches on the quest so you can't complete them, just stuff like that. That's unacceptable, especially on the launch game.
Yeah.
Like, I will say though, I think a little bit of it is just gamer entitlement. But I think,
I'll let you finish.
Okay. No, before you talk, finish.
I know that's. I'm letting you finish. I just said I'm letting you finish.
Because we see this all the time with other stuff, and it's like stuff that doesn't even matter that people get up in arms about.
But for something that's
even the
finish your thought.
Like even for like the designs on the new consoles, like people were pissed about that stuff. People, I mean, something about our culture is just designed to be unnaturally upset about some things. I'm not saying that this is one of those situations, because I can understand being upset about these consoles releases, but they're definitely, I think it heightens it.
Yeah.
It's like class action lawsuit. Like what's that about?
Can I talk now?
Go for it.
Okay. Why is it that when I want a game to come out and I want it to not be buggy and not be messed up, that if it is and I'm mad about it, it makes me entitled? Why is that?
I didn't say this particular occasion is.
You're using the argument for the situation.
No, I specifically said that I think the anger for the console launches is reasonable. I just think that it's heightened a little bit by just the outrage culture that we have.
Okay, but this is something to be outraged about. This is not something like if it was just if it went back to just like, oh, it's playable and I just didn't like it just because I didn't have fun with it, that's different. That's not me saying it's like a blunder. Okay, that's just me not liking the game. Now, when it's not playable on consoles on the primary system that it was designed for, that's whenever it becomes bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following
you. Do you agree with that? My hatred for the game isn't because I didn't enjoy it. My hatred for the game is because it's unplayable. Unless you're in the top, what? Hell,
got
probably
$3,000 PC.
You got exactly. You got a multi-$1,000 PC, or you're one of the few people to have a PS5 or an Xbox One. But the general population for this game that it was marketed to is just, they're just like, oh, sorry about you, refund, here you go. Wait till basically their answer is, go get a PS5.
Or just give us time to patch it.
Wait till it's patched.
But how are they going to patch something like this where it's obviously this is not meant to be run on PS5? PS4 and on last gen consoles. It's obviously not meant to be on there.
I feel like if it, looking forward from this, it's going to be one of those No Man's Sky where it's going to be a 5-year time frame out, while they patch it every so often, and you have a small cult following of people who play it and other people who just hate it and will never touch it again because they were burned right off the bat. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
that's
if it's
what I'm
gonna
saying
take
is why
that,
is it that
especially since
we
like No
keep
Man's Sky at the
laughing
very
at this?
least. No Man's Sky was a small company, and
What?
I hope no the company that did No Man's Sky they were small. They were
No, they weren't. I thought it was.
they were a
I
brand
thought
new
it was the
company. It
major.
wasn't like it was a AAA company,
I
dude.
thought it was well. Even either way, CG Project Red's a AAA company.
yeah, they are now.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
didn't when the Witcher 3 came out.
Hello
But yeah,
Games was only like 15 people or something like that did No
yeah,
Man's
dude.
Sky.
No, watch Internet Historian's video on the No Man's Sky stuff. It gives you a pretty good rundown of what everything happened about it. It's a really good video. But like if CD Projekt Red does it like Hello Games did it and just fix the game, I think they'll run out okay. Because it's just like a lot of the glitches are super minor, but some of the stuff like the crashing and the quest stuff, yeah, that needs to be
That's
fixed
not
right.
minor. Yeah, that needs to get fixed. That
Yeah.
needs to get fixed.
Like I saw a couple glitches when I was just looking at let's plays of the game and stuff like that. A lot of them are just kind of like silly stuff. Like at the very beginning with right after you finish the getting into Night City, your friend is eating like noodles at a stand and you go talk to him. And like one of the glitches I saw was just like his chopsticks just stayed in midair while he was eating.
Seeing glitches like that, that's fine.
That's not a game breaking glitch.
That's not a game breaker one.
Yeah. Most of the glitches I've seen have just been little things like
It's
that.
game breaker one. That's my issue. Always will be.
Which I'm saying that if they can get that fixed pretty fast, and CD Projekt Red should have the capability to do that or previous games. I think they'll run out okay. I do, but no, I agree with you, Finn, on most of it. It's not acceptable, which is sad because I really want this game to be a success because I really like CD Projekt Red and I want them to do more stuff.
They're swinging for the cheap seats.
Maybe they'll do something and fix it. Like, I'm just so tired of like this. We just give every company a pass now. That they do something scummy like this, and that we just like, oh, it's okay. Well, you'll fix it eventually. Like, when do we stop saying that and just like, hey, have your damn game fixed when you release it?
I mean, when they stop doing pre-orders or when they stop doing loot boxes or in-game purchasing content.
I haven't done a pre-order in hell, I don't even know how long. It's been a while since I've done a pre-order, to be honest.
To be fair, I think
game
companies, the game companies' marketing departments know what they can get away with.
Yeah.
They like almost every single, at least AAA company, will push the boundaries of what's acceptable.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they know what they can get away with. I mean, we talked about it last week with like EA and their Madden games and their 2K games, and like all of the in-game purchasable content. Like you almost can't play the game without spending another $200 buying characters, which is just insane.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the people who play those games are a bunch of normies who just get it because they like football or basketball.
Yeah.
And so the outrage for that game isn't enough to change the
landscape.
Yeah, and they make too much money off those games because those people willingly accept that. And it's the same for almost every marketing department. I feel like they take risks because they feel like they can get away with those risks, and they do.
I don't disagree with you.
I just really hope that we stopped letting this happen. Like okay, think of like this. Santa Monica Studios, when they released God of War, God of War 3 or whatever, or 4, the new God of War game. That's a AAA company right there, and it's not and it was still a pretty good game. Like, by and
Yeah, it's a
by,
really good
good
game.
game. Like,
It won our game of the year, didn't it?
yes, it did. Like, no major issues, no loot boxes, no DLC for it. There was no DLC for that game, and that was a game where I would be like, you know what, you got DLC for it? Sign me up, Haas. Like, I'm down with the DLC on that one. But they did it, power to them. But it still doesn't excuse the whole debacle that we have going on now with all this nonsense of
Oh yeah, man. For once I want a big title release to come out not buggy. Because this isn't the first time this has happened. It's been like
it seems like every year we have to talk about this one way or another.
Yeah, it's like, but multiple times a year. I mean,
something's a buggy mess somewhere.
Like, I guess The Last of Us 2 was okay. I know it had some bugs.
What the people didn't like about Last of Us 2 was the story. They didn't care. Like, the gameplay was fine.
Yeah. I mean, the gameplay was really samey, honestly. Yeah. But I liked the story. It was not not an easy story to watch, that's for sure. But I think that's the point of the game. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about just bugs and stuff. So I mean, like, yeah, maybe it's just we just feel like this happens all the time, because when it does happen, we talk about it.
It just really feels like it happens a lot, and like sometimes we just don't know. I just wish that things like this wouldn't happen anymore.
And yeah, I mean, like it's like one of those things where it's like, man, I really wish Anthem would have been good.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Finn, you were all about that one.
That's the biggest thing I'm scorned about is just like Anthem was just such a awful mess, and
I
never got my money back from it.
I saw like a deal from Game Informer when I was like a kid talking about about the new game they're starting to make called Anthem. Like, that game was in development for years.
Yeah.
But and it was a good idea, and they just blundered it so hard. And then you have Fallout 76, which I guess Bethesda's still trying to keep up with, but like the in-game purchases on that is just insane. I mean, it's obviously that game is crazy, and you have, oh my God, like, how many games have come out that have just been buggy when they came out?
Everything.
But then they also like expect us to pre-order these games so that way they can get general marketing ideas of how much the game is going to sell for. So it's like, how do you expect us to do the pre-orders if you're going to release a mess, like a half-finished game? like that's gamers shouldn't pre-order.
Period. Yeah, I've stopped pre-ordering games. Like,
I mean, companies rely on the pre-orders to see where their marketing is going to be and how much money they're going to make on the game or not. But like
the last game I pre-ordered,
it's too risky,
and I got burnt on that. So, and then the last game I
was really tempted to pre-order Cyberpunk 2077. Thank God I didn't, because like I don't have the console to run it. Like, yeah. If I get a PS5, I'll probably buy it, because from what I saw on the PS5, it was fine. But
yeah, I got it.
It's just, yeah, I don't. It's just not acceptable. It's not cool.
All right. So that being said, so are we changing our blunder of the year to Cyberpunk 77?
I'm down.
All right.
Yeah. I hope they fix it. I really do.
Hopefully next year we can have a redemption story.
Yeah, the redemption arc. I don't think it'll go to redemption arcs level like No Man's Sky did, because No Man's Sky is, from all intents and purposes, an incredible game now. Because that company did not give up on that game, which was good. But I don't think it'll go that high. But I hope it at least becomes playable and get some good DLC or something with it.
Yeah.
Everything else.
And like I don't want it to fail. That's the biggest thing. Is like I don't want it to fail. Like I want it to be good. I want y'all to enjoy it and be able to actually play it. But
I just want it to be playable.
Because like
it doesn't. You don't even have to enjoy it, but you like just. I want y'all to be able to at least play it and come up with that opinion on your own. I played it. I didn't like it. That's me. But for everybody else that doesn't have a high-end PC or PS5, Xbox One S, or whatever it is, they don't get that same choice. They don't even get to play the game. Like it's
yep. I don't even get to play the game because I don't have an next-gen console or a high-end PC.
So just I hope
one of those needs to be remedied.
Yeah. You get your PC for like $600. That's what I got my brother for Christmas.
I probably will once I get to a decent place with fast internet,
Yeah.
When do you move?
You have any other information about that? We haven't talked about that in a while.
Oh, so because of COVID and stuff, I'm just doing online school right now.
Oh, so you're staying at home?
I plan on moving in the middle of the semester, but it was just easier that way because, like, a lot of I don't know. Like, I caught COVID. I do not want to catch it again. I only have the antibodies for 90 days.
Yeah. You mean you don't want to get the COVID vaccine already?
Oh, what? I don't think it's even available for the public yet.
I know. I was joking. Are you going to get the COVID vaccine?
That was my next question.
Dude, I can't while I have the antibodies because it would mess with the antibodies.
Oh.
But
I didn't know that.
Probably. I'm a little concerned with it because we don't know about the side effects. It came out so fast.
Like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any means, but
well, the deal is that this vaccine came out so fast, and we don't have any idea what the long-term side effects are. But we also don't know any idea what the long-term side effects of COVID is, and I already caught that. So maybe I have permanent scarring in my lungs now or something.
That sounds awful. Paige, I'm sorry you caught COVID.
Yeah, it was not fun. Not fun at all.
Glad you're okay now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, relatively.
Still ugly, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's just part of being human.
Damn, COVID, that's messed up.
Had to lighten it up a little bit. We were getting a little heavy.
I feel like all people are ugly.
Oh,
but like movie stars and stuff, they spend like 8 hours on their makeup and getting to look perfect. So that's why they always look good on TV.
Oh, there's like that one girl that we went to school with. That's like, whoo, she looked like a ghost without makeup on.
The sad thing is
fair.
That would fit for multiple people. Like,
yeah, but I also just hate.
Oh yeah. So. Like if you see movie stars without makeup, like they look so much different from what they look like on TV and their stuff. Like I feel like just all people are a little ugly.
Yeah, that's fair.
But me especially because I don't work on myself.
I'm there with you. You have a nice personality. That's essentially what he just said.
That's why I get friend zoned. I will never find love. Oh.
Yeah, I totally said that.
Okay, so not to be that guy, we're sitting at about 45 minutes, and we haven't started yet.
We haven't even started yet. All right, fast ghosties, let's go. Best waifu. She got
Aerith.
big titties. Leafa Lockhart.
I choose Aerith.
Yeah, but Tifa's got big titties.
Aerith also has marginally sized titties.
Nah.
I don't know who either of these people are.
All right, here let's
GTS.
But isn't Tifa like the tsundere type thing?
What?
Like, isn't Tifa like a tsundere or something?
No.
I thought she was the I don't like you, but I do like you type person.
No, she's not.
I don't remember. I just know Aerith was super cute.
I typed
Also,
in
she's
Tifa
Tifa.
Lockhart, Final Fantasy VII Remake, SFW, and it brought up a lot of NSFW images.
Did you type not safe for work or safe for
No,
work?
I put safe for work.
And they brought up not safe
Yes,
images.
they 100% brought up not safe.
He must have just forgot the end.
No, that's probably literally what they did.
Based on his previous search history, he just forgot the end.
Thanks, Google.
Good guy, Google, looking out for you.
Yeah. Finn now
I
has a
put
virus
the
on
N,
his
no, I
computer.
Google searched it. I put the N in there, and now it's just like it's literally some of the same images.
Did you mean?
All right.
That's what we're giving you. He wanted to see some Tifa titties. That's what he wanted to see.
Okay. Jesus Christ! This is why I do not want my kids listening to this podcast.
Talking about anime titties.
Conan, look at both girls and see which one's cuter, then put your vote in. You're the deciding factor.
Okay, Tifa. Is it? Did you guys spell this one?
No, you did.
Tifa Lockhart. It's spelled exactly like lock and heart.
Okay, I've seen this before. Is that Final Fantasy for Tifa?
Yes.
Okay,
They're both Final Fantasy.
Aerith Fairwind.
Those are dumb last names, by the way. Thank you, Japan.
Images. Yeah, these get weird pretty quick.
See?
Just look at the face and say which one's cuter. And put your vote in.
Final Fantasy Remake 7 Remake. Okay. Just try to narrow this down so I can get...
Rule 34 on Final Fantasy is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it does get pretty ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, she's
stuff.
naked now.
See? Even if you put safe for work, it still pops up some not safe for work stuff.
I didn't specify on mine, so I'm just like doing
There's no winning.
What the Google gods give me. Oh God. Oh man.
JoJo Jones is gonna come in there and she's like, "What the hell are you looking at?"
It's for work, I promise.
A new fetish. It's a new fetish, JoJo. Deal with it.
I don't know. Just this initial Google search. I'm going with Tifa.
Yes. All right,
Fair
I
enough.
win. Mage loses again.
That's fair.
All right. Let's see what's next. Best indie game. This is a pretty good one. I loved the Goose Game. Like, it was stupid fun. I don't know. The main thing that got me into the Goose Game was Donkey's video of it raking the lake. But I loved that game.
It was definitely goofy.
Of it.
It was a super goofy game. My vote obviously is for Hades, just because that game, like that company put a lot of work into it, man. Like a small team, and they just also it was in beta, and they listened to the people on the reviews and stuff, like the people that were like the suggestions from the people who were playing the beta and everything else like that. They really listened to it, and they put in all that stuff that they asked for, and the game just came out really, really well.
Well, that's good. I mean, to be honest, I don't really have a horse in the fight for this one. So, I mean, if you... I like Fall Guys too. Fall Guys is pretty. I would say that's an indie game, but
You what?
so I don't have a horse in the fight.
Oh, that's a horse.
Dog in the fight?
No, it's a horse fighting. Oh man, it's not even jousting. It's just like straight up horse fighting.
It's just horse fighting.
Just boxing. Can you imagine like the horses up on their hind legs, just like punching each other?
I said what I said. All right?
Oh, I know. I'm just the mental image of that is just what's made me chuckle.
I said what I said.
Okay.
I don't appreciate being mean.
It's the horse from like chess or something, you know, where it's like standing on end.
I don't appreciate being made fun of by y'all. Sometimes
Okay.
I don't say the smartest things. All right.
It's okay.
That doesn't mean
We forgive
anything.
you.
It doesn't mean anything. Okay. Anyways,
I'm pretty sure we've all messed up sayings at one point or another on this podcast.
For sure. The only ones that I've really seen anything over is Fall Guys and Goose Game. Like, I know Mage has talked about Hades a bunch, but outside of Mage talking about it, I haven't.
You should just look it up.
yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Well, like,
than what he said.
Because I've looked it up too, and I've like seen what it looks like and stuff, but I haven't really heard anybody talking about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Fall Guys just kind of came an overnight sensation, and everybody was playing it. And Goose Game was one of those things that was just kind of so weird that people just had to talk about it.
Yeah, Goose Game was like one of those fad games where like everyone was into it and then just it disappeared.
And I feel like
it ran.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, it ran its course real fast.
Yeah. I feel like Goose Game probably has more legs than Fall Guys, like talking about being a fad and stuff getting over really quick. But
Whereas, like, I mean, like, Fall Guys is still like a big thing. Like, I feel like Fall Guys got so big that I feel like we can't even really consider it an indie game anymore. Because, like, it got so big so quickly. You know?
yeah.
Like, I mean, it got to the point where they were doing it on Twitch. What were those? Twitch Showdown or whatever it's called. Twitch Showdown, that's what it is. Whenever they had like popular streamers like playing like different games and stuff,
Fighting each other and stuff.
yeah, like I feel like if it got to that point, I feel like we can't even really consider it an indies game anymore.
That's fair. I say my vote's probably either going Hades or Goose Game. Like, and I've heard less people talk about Spellbreak than all the other ones combined.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna go
it's
with.
kind
I'm
of a
gonna go
shame
with Goose
because
Game.
Spellbreak was really cool.
Conan, you have to be the untying. You have to be the tying vote or whatever.
Go look at reviews real quick.
We don't have time for it.
I'm going Hades on this one.
All right, that's fine. Mage wins one.
Yeah.
All right.
Best villain.
Best
Victory!
Coronavirus. Let's just get that one out of the way. Because it ruined gaming this year. CD Projekt Red could also be on there. Because, you know, that was a
bad situation. Not a villain.
I mean, like, it was like we said with when we're talking about the companies. It's we can yell at CD Projekt Red, but in the end of the day, they were doing the same thing that literally all the other AAA companies do, which not good by any means, but does it make them worse than the other companies?
Yeah. All right. Best remake.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, coronavirus. Best remake. Final Fantasy VII remake or Demon Souls? I know Mage is going to talk about Demon Souls, so I'll talk about Final Fantasy VII remake. I had a lot of fun with that game. Like, coming from a person that absolutely did not like the first Final Fantasy VII, like, I did not like Cloud. I did not like the characters. I didn't like the story. I gave Final Fantasy VII remake a chance because, you know, it looked fun. The combat, everything I saw from it looked fun. I played the demo. I enjoyed the demo. You know, I love Square Enix. I've always loved their games. I'll always give them a chance. And I feel like they knocked it out of the park with this one. You know, like they scored me pretty bad with Kingdom Hearts 3 last year.
Yeah, man, they scored
They
pretty
scored
bad with Kingdom
me,
Hearts 3.
but this Final Fantasy 7 remake was pretty damn good. Like it was pretty fun. There wasn't ever a moment where I was just like, yeah, this is kind of dull. Like I'm not having fun. Like regardless of just like walking through the different sectors of Midgar or going to Aerith's house and like seeing all like the beautiful flowers she's going to seeing the destruction of Section 7, you know, and just seeing the aftermath of it. Like it's a beautiful game. And the story the story is not so much a one for one remake, whereas where it feels like now it's like almost a reimagining. So it was a good game. I feel like this is one of those games that like everybody should get a chance to play, just because it's so damn good. It's if you don't like fun, if you don't like RPGs, that's fine. Okay, this yes, it's gonna be a long story. It's gonna be a long game, a long story for you, but um, the combat's fun. That's the other thing that brought me into it is that the combat's really fun, and I think everybody should get a chance to play this game. That's why I think it's the best remake.
Okay.
So, when I think of remake, I think of like having the same characters and stuff, but the game is remade. Whereas, like how Final Fantasy VII did it, they remade the game. There's a lot of extra stuff in it. There's the story's different in some ways, which I think is a good thing. I'm happy with changing story and basically it's like making the game but alternating the game.
Yeah.
Where Demon Souls came in, the graphic update that Demon Souls had was incredible. The improved combat was incredible, but it really felt more of like a remaster to me than it did a remake. Some of the stuff that I would have liked to see didn't happen with Demon Souls. Like they didn't in the original Demon Souls game, one of the levels wasn't completed because of time restraints, like most things. Whereas they had the chance to make that level and and for everyone to see what that level was designed to be with this remaster, and they decided not to do it. Really bummed about that. Most of the stuff seems really pretty much the same to me with Demon Souls as it did with the Demon Souls remake as it did in the past. So as much as I really like the updated Demon Souls, because Demon Souls needed to be updated real bad. It's like one of those games where it's you guys remember Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes.
Knights of the Old Republic needs a remaster or remake, one of the two. And Demon Souls was the same way. It was one of those games where it was really early, it was really innovative, definitely needed a remaster because it didn't age super well. But it was a really good game when it came out. And it got that. It got what people wanted for the most part. It got pretty much a overhauled remaster. I really would have liked to see some new stuff in it that I didn't see when I was looking at it. So I would have to go for Final Fantasy VII. I feel like it's more of a remake than it is than Demon Souls was. As much as I hate saying that,
All right.
because I really like the story of Demon Souls, and like I said, the updated graphics was incredible. But I really would have liked to see that extra level, or and some other changes. They didn't really change the prologue stuff, so it was just I was kind of bummed about that. So yeah, I would give it Final Fantasy VII too.
All right. Well, there's your best remake then.
Conan doesn't get an opinion.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm not sure Conan had an opinion anyway.
Yeah,
That's fair.
He does not do enough pre-work for this show.
like playing new games and
He
stuff.
doesn't even edit the podcast and get it up in time. Conan literally puts the bare minimum effort into this.
I'm not saying play the games, Conan. I'm just saying, like, watch a YouTube video or two of it. You know, at least know what we're talking about.
Man.
Well, quit. We're gonna make him mad now. Quit. You know how he gets. He's gonna get mad, and then he's just gonna like quickly exit the podcast. And I'm like, I'll talk to you guys later. And then click.
It's okay. I love you, Conan. You're my favorite person on this podcast. I meant what I said, Ben.
All right, we got like 3 more of these things to go through. All right, best free handout game: Among Us on phones, WoW Starting Zone, Hitman, and Wasteland 3. I'd probably just go Among Us. Among Us was fun. I still play it.
Dude, man. The Hitman being free, though, that's a...
Conan, what do you think
That's
in
a
the sake
big
of time?
It depends on what you're calling like best. Like I feel like the Among Us definitely had the most cultural impact. Like
What did you like the most?
I honestly liked Hitman the most.
Fine, Hitman gets it. I don't have a horse in the fight.
All right.
Damn
Alright.
horses, man.
Best handheld game. Animal Crossing. Like, whoo, that was a fun game. Let me tell you, that is a fun game. Like, it's fun to just sit there and just like, you know, build whatever and just, or like make you can do whatever you want now. I have a prison island.
A prison island?
Yeah, I put all my villagers' houses and like trenches, and I have barbed wire fences around it.
All right.
It's the prison island of Haven.
I would agree with it. On both the gameplay and the cultural aspect, because people are crazy over Animal Crossing. They always do. That's a very, like...
It's a very cult following game.
But
yeah.
It also came out at like the literal best time in the world.
Time. Yeah,
like right as we were shutting down for stuff, this game came out. And
like
people were just wrecking Walmart supplies of Switches to play Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I remember. Like,
So
that
I
was-
honestly, with like just the cultural sales and the gameplay of it, I agree. Animal Crossing won that hands down.
all right.
Easy peasy.
So here we go. Game. Oh wait, no, Mage, you have to do it. You do the intro for. I forgot you're supposed to be doing these different things.
Oh,
You
sorry.
did last year.
Sorry, my voice is a little off. Now it's time for Game of the Year.
All right. So Game of the Year nominations are Hades, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Animal Crossing, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Doom Eternal, and Last of Us 2. Conan, we hardly ever let you get your opinion first. What is your Game of the Year?
My thought is probably Miles Morales, and just right off the bat, like Animal Crossing was a sequel, a remake. I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima I've heard is really good also, and I know Mage sings the praises of Hades. Final Fantasy is not a new game, while it's apparently a good game and good looking game. It says it in the title that it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. They just redid it. I don't know. Part of me feels like that's a cop-out for a new award.
But you don't play it, though. Like, it's not the same game.
That's fair. Because I've heard Ghost of Tsushima is good, and people just kind of got burnt out on all the foxes and chasing the foxes and stuff. That it just was kind of the same thing over and over again.
It's one of those things where a lot of open world games suffer from, like
Like the
overuse of.
Hunt and stupid Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, just all the like extra collectible stuff. Like, granted, that stuff is not like you don't have to do any of that to complete the game. And the quests on Ghost of Tsushima were really good. So I don't know if it's one of those like that should be really taken into account because it's very optional, and you get rewards for doing it. So if people want to do it, they can, but they don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know Ghost of that list, like Miles Morales and Ghost of Tsushima are really the only ones that I would want to really get into.
Okay.
I know Mage has made his case for Hades, which I could see it being on my list, but just without any sort of outside influence from me. I guess you two guys. I'm looking at those two.
That's fair.
What do you think?
So I think we can discount Hades just because you two don't have enough experience with it to really consider it for Game of the Year, and so I'm okay with that. For me, sorry.
I thought it was mine for a minute.
That was my phone. Sorry about that. For me, I'm kind of so just like you guys don't have any experience with Hades, I really don't have any experience from Miles Morales.
I don't either. That's
I haven't really,
for Miles Morales.
I haven't watched anything of it. I haven't played it. At the very least, I like to watch reviews of games before we talk about it. I just didn't get the chance to do Miles Morales for whatever reason. Because I guess I'm bad, whatever. Stuck. It is what it is. So mine would really be up to, honestly, and Finn's not going to like it, but The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I'd probably lean towards Ghost of Tsushima. I honestly think The Last of Us 2 story was better. Not a happy story by any means. Pretty hard to watch story. But it's a good story. But I feel like as far as like gameplay goes, Ghost of Tsushima's story was pretty good. The side quest missions were really good, and the gameplay was great. So I think I'd give it to Ghost of Tsushima.
Did you ever play Final Fantasy VII Remake?
My brother did.
About it, but
my brother did. I got it for him for not his birthday, but like when it came out. Did
he like it? Did he not like it?
Oh, he loved it. He thought it was great. He loves Final Fantasy.
Because that's my game of the year. Because like looking back on it and thinking on it, like that's besides the World of Warcraft, which I play normally all the time, anyways. Like that's the game I put the most time and effort into was Final Fantasy VII.
My deal with Final Fantasy VII, from what I've seen of it, I didn't play it all the way through. I did play the demo and stuff like that, but I did watch my brother play most of it, and I did see the story and everything. My deal with Final Fantasy VII was it runs to the issue that a lot of RPGs do, and it's kind of grindy.
But that's just the genre.
I agree. I agree. I think that's just the genre, but I've seen a lot of other RPGs do the grind better. If that makes sense.
I played it on like the normal difficulty, and I didn't really have any sort of like grind to really do anything. Like to do the extra side stuff and like get the platinum trophy. Yeah, I had to do some grinding, but to just complete the story and like do all that, there was really just like I don't know. It didn't feel that grindy to me, to be honest. Like it felt very long, yes, but not like to the point where I was having to like go back and grind stuff out to make it go. Like it was a long game because the story was long, not because like the story was time gated behind like needing to be leveled up more.
Yeah. I also run to the issue that it's part one. Whereas we're still gonna have to wait like another like 8 years for 2 and 3 to come out, probably.
That's fair, yeah.
So it's Final Fantasy.
I hate an unfinished story.
No,
I do hate an
100%
unfinished
was a
story.
complete game. Like, the story might not be completed, but I got a good 20 hours of gameplay out of that. That's a pretty solid
no,
game.
I agree. I think the, like, as far as like the game itself, it did do the course. Like it was worth the money for the game. I just hate an unfinished story. Now I know that that was the plan. I mean, Square Enix, they like to milk their products.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, if they keep putting out completed like full on 40-hour games for parts 2 and 3, I won't have any complaints. But for now, RPGs are hard for me to vote for game of the year, just because they're RPGs.
I understand.
Like the story has to be really phenomenal for me to for me to really put my vote in for a game of the year on an RPG.
Well, in the sake of Last of Us 2 not winning, I will give it to Ghost of Tsushima.
That's fair.
So Ghost of Tsushima is our game of the year. That's what All right, well, that's the Ghosties wrap up now. It's another fun year of the Ghosties. Now we take a 2-week break and we'll be back for
21.
a new year on January 3rd. It's been coming up on that. The next big thing we got coming up is our 3rd-year anniversary show coming up in around the end of March.
And the coronavirus dies here in a couple weeks.
Coronavirus dies the first, and we're back to normal, folks.
It just disappears. The corona.
Open the schools. Throw your mask away.
You eat you a can of Black Eyed Peas, and coronavirus goes away. All right, on New Year's Eve. And that's your good luck for the year, that you won't get coronavirus.
I didn't have my Black Eyed Peas this past year, so I think I'm the cause of 2020.
I didn't have it either, so I'm going to make sure I get some this time.
Yeah, my wife hates Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
I do too. They're absolutely the most disgusting thing.
I'm not a fan. Are they beans or
I
are they
don't know. There's anything that says black-eyed, I don't want. Like, I don't any.
I'm just confused by their existence.
Conan, you're so white, it hurts.
Growing up with my grandparents, like, that was their thing, and just cook it in like bacon grease and stuff.
That's
growing up with my grandparents. Racism was their thing. So
your Native American grandparents.
My Native American grandparents were not okay to be around, so my dad never took me to them.
Okay. My bad. Well, this is awkward. Anyways, thank you guys very much.
Oh, we gotta do fails.
Let's do fails of the week. Mage, what did you do to your back?
Dude, I don't know.
Quickly.
Like, literally, I was picking up trash, and out because it was trash day, and I was bent up because my dogs in the morning or whatever got into the trash.
Yeah, because they're dogs.
Pissed me off so bad because they're dogs. And so I was picking up all the trash and everything else like that. And as I was bending over, my back just like searing pain. And I'm just
so you lifted with your back and not with your legs.
But I was just squatting. Like it was just my lower back. It was just like, oh! I gotta get up. I can't do it
what's
anymore.
Your fail of the week?
Okay, so yeah, I do have to have some surgery coming up next week, so I will be out of commission and stuck at home for a week. Won't get into those details, but yes. Then I just hate having to plan Christmas stuff because of my brother's situation, and everybody's like, oh, we're just going to be flexible and we're going to make it work and blah, blah, blah. But then it's just a freaking run around trying to make everybody happy to see all of the people and all of the things, but then there's also COVID going on and nobody's happy with anything. Right. And
just do a Zoom call Christmas.
I'm ready for holidays to be over. I'm ready for stuff to go back to normal. I'm ready to not have to wear a mask in 7-Eleven. I want to be able to go to the movie theater and go to the bar afterwards.
I'd still probably wear a mask at 7-Eleven. Those places are pretty dirty.
Honestly, we should just keep wearing masks, even without COVID.
I'm still bummed they're kind of renovating my 7-Eleven, so they don't have all of their hot box stuff anymore right now.
They're renovating.
You would get hot box stuff in the middle of Oh, Conan Joe. All right, my fail of the week is my Christmas concert. Oh, God. It was bad. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. If you have a question or a subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, you can leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. But thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow. And Merry Christmas. And a happy